Hello students, today we will do the questions of exercise 10.1 which is based on the congruency of triangles. Now these questions are based on two axioms of congruency. One is the SSS rule of congruency and other is the SAS rule of congruency. So before going over the questions, I will revise what is the SSS rule of congruency. SSS rule of congruency, you see here, SSS rule of congruency. This we also say as SSX axiom of congruency. SSS axiom of congruency. Questions in the exercise 10.1 are based on SSS rule of congruency or SAS rule of congruency. So what is SSS rule of congruency? If in a triangle, three sides of one triangle are equal to the three sides of other triangle, then both the triangles will be congruent. Both the triangles will be congruent. Here you can see, here three sides of one triangle are equal to the three sides of other triangle. This you can name P, Q, R, and here this is A, B, C. It's clear? A, B, C. Now see here this is given, AB is given equal to PR, BC is given equal to QR, and AC is given equal to PQ. It's clear? Therefore, both the triangles will be congruent. Both the triangles will be congruent. So, in the SSS rule of congruency, sides of one triangle are equal to the sides of other triangle each to each. You can see here AB is equal to PR, BC is equal to QR, and AC equals to PQ. Therefore, triangle ABC will be congruent to the triangle PQR. But how will you write it? How will you write it? This is a very important point. You can see here this is, first you find out the corresponding angles. Corresponding angles means which are included by the corresponding parts of the sides, same pair of equal sides. So see here by this angle B, it is included by 1 and 2. It's clear? So here angle R, you can see here 1 and 2 is including to which angle here? 1 and 2 is including to the angle R. It's clear? Then angle C, it is included by which two sides? 2 and 3. Here you can see 2 and 3. They are including to this angle. It's clear? And here you can see angle A is included by 1 and 3. It's clear? 1 and 3, this side is including to angle A. Here 1 and 3 is which one? 1 is this, 3 is this, so this. So these angles will be equal by the property CP/CTC. When the triangles are congruent, then their remaining parts will be equal by CP/CTC. It's clear? It will be equal by CP/CTC. Means you can say angle A equals to angle R, angle C equals to angle Q, angle A equals to angle P, angle B equals to angle R, and angle C is equal to angle Q. These are equal by this property. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. It's clear? I am repeating once again. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. Now here triangle ABC is congruent to which triangle? You can see here. You can say PQR. That is also correct. But what is the standard way of writing? In place of A, there is P. It is clear. Triangle P. In place of B, here there is angle R. It's clear. So you will write R. and in place of C, there is the angle Q. There is the angle Q. This is the standard way of writing. It is clear? You will write the word siege in the same order. Here, corresponding to angle A, there is angle P. Corresponding to angle B, there is angle R. Corresponding to angle C, there is angle Q. It is clear? Though it is also equals to triangle PQR, that you can write. But what is the standard way of writing? You will write in this way. This is the standard way of writing. Even if you are writing this congruent to this, that is also correct. It's clear? So here this is the SSS rule of congruency. And all of you remember this thing. If two triangles are congruent, then their remaining elements will be congruent, will be equal by this property. Will be equal by this property. Equal means congruent. So now you see the SAS congruency. What is the SAS rule of congruency? So you can see here SAS rule of congruency. Now see here, suppose this is a triangle A, B, C, and this is another triangle PQR. PQR. Here it is given that AB is equal to PQ, BC is equal to QR, and angle B is equal to angle Q. It's clear? Then both the triangles will be congruent. What is the SAS rule of congruency? In between both the triangles, two pair of sides are equal and angle which is included by these two sides is also equal. Angle which is included by these two sides is also equal. So you can see here this angle is included by these two sides, and here this angle is included by these two sides. Therefore, they will be congruent. Suppose if it is given angle B equals to angle P, then it will not be. Suppose if in the same question it is given angle B equals to angle P, then both the triangles will not be congruent. And why they will not be congruent? Because the angles are not the included angle. Angle is not included by the same pair of sides which are equal. It's clear? Now, since here these are congruent, how will you write? You will write triangle ABC congruent to triangle PQR. It's clear? Triangle PQR. Here you have written in the same way ABC, this is PQR. It's clear? Now, what are the remaining elements? So you can see here, very simply you can tell from here only that angle A will be equal to angle P. You can see here angle A will be equal to angle P. It's clear? Then angle C will be equal to angle R, because in place of C here there is R. Therefore, this angle will be equal to this angle. This angle will be equal to this angle. Now, if you see the side, which is the third side here? AC. Here third side will be what? PR. You can see AC here, PR. So, if you are writing it in the standard form of standard way, then easily you can locate the corresponding parts. Easily you can locate the corresponding parts. Now, today we will do the questions of exercise 10.1, which are based on this, on these two rules of XGMs. It is clear? So, here it is the first question of exercise 10.1. It is given that triangle ABC congruent to triangle RPQ. Is it true to say that BC equals to QR? So, very simply you can see here BC, you can see here BC is how much here? This is BC. What is in place of BC here? Here it should be equal to PQ. BC will be equal to PQ. But in the question it is saying what? whether BC will be equal to QR. So no, it will not be equal to QR, because from here you can see BC will be equal to PQ. It's clear? If I ask what is AB, AB is equal to what? So you can say that it is equal to RP. AC will be equal to what? AC will be equal to RQ. Angle A will be equal to which angle? Angle R. Angle B will be equal to which angle? Angle P. Angle C will be equal to which angle? Angle Q. It's clear? So here we can say that BC equals to QR is not correct, as they are not the corresponding sides of congruent triangle. Corresponding to BC, there is PQ. It's clear? So I hope that this point will be clear to you. It's clear? Now you see the second question. It's clear? Second question here. I have written the questions also. If two sides and an angle of one triangle are equal to two sides and an angle of the another triangle, then the two triangles must be congruent. Is the statement true? So you can see here, you can see that here it is given two sides and one angle is equal to the two sides of and another angle, two sides and an angle of another triangle. Whether the two triangles will be congruent, is the statement true? So it is not correct. This statement is not correct. Why? Because this angle should be the included angle. This angle should be the included angle by those two sides which are given equal. This statement is not correct. Here it should mention that this angle is included angle. Angle should be the included angle. It's clear? For example, if in the same diagram BC equals to QR, AB equals to PQ, and angle B is equal to angle P, angle B is equal to angle P, then what will happen? Here included angle is this, but here this angle is not included by these two sides. Therefore triangle will not be congruent. It is clear? So this statement is not correct. Why it is not correct? Because the word included is missing. If in place of this it is written, if two sides and included angle of one triangle are equal to two sides and included angle of other triangle, then the two triangles must be congruent, then it will be correct. It is clear? So here this statement is not correct. It is clear? Why? Because the term included is not given. Now this is the question number 2. It is clear? Now all of you see the question number 3. Now in the question number 3, you have to prove. It's clear? And for proving, how will you write? So you see here. Here it is, the question is written here in the adjoining figure. This diagram is drawn here. AB equals to AC. First you fit in your mind that which elements are equal. So AB is given equal to AC. AP equals to AQ. AP is equal to AQ. You have to prove triangle APC. Triangle APC you see. Here triangle APC is this. Triangle APC. This is the triangle APC, you can see. And triangle AQB. Triangle AQB is this. These two triangles you have to prove congruent. How will you prove? So you can see in triangle APC, side AP. You can see here it is the side AP. I am doing here. In triangle APC, you can see in triangle APC, side AP is equal to triangle AQB. In triangle AQB to AQ. AP is given equal to AQ. This is given. It's clear? You can See here, you take one triangle as triangle APC and another triangle is AQB. In triangle APC, AP is given equal to AQ of other triangle. AP equals to AQ. This thing is already given. Then you see here in triangle APC, AC is given equal to AB. AC is given equal to AB. It's clear? Now see here, you can see that this angle is included in the both the triangles. It is present in triangle APC as well as in the triangle AQB. It's clear? And it is included by in triangle APC, it is included by AP and AC. You can see AP and AC. AP and AC. And in triangle AQB, it is included by AQ and AB. You can see here AQ and AB. So here angle PAC is equal to angle QAB. Angle PAC equals to angle QAB because common in both the triangles. Therefore, triangle APC is congruent to triangle AQB. By which congruency? SAS. Two sides and angle included by them. These two triangles are congruent. And when they are congruent, then their remaining parts will also be equal. See here, what is the third side in APC? In APC, what is the third side? You can see here, you have to prove CP equals to BQ. CP equals to BQ. What is the third side? It is CP in APC. And in AQB, what is the third side? It is BQ. Because the remaining two sides are already given equal. So CP will be equal to BQ by CP CTC. Because already you have proved these triangles as congruent triangles. Then you can see here angle APC. Angle APC is included by which two sides? Angle APC is this. It is included by this and this. In the other triangle, these sides are where? Here it is AQ and in place of CP there is BQ. Therefore, these two angles will be equal. It is clear? Therefore, angle APC is congruent to, is equal to AQB by CPCTC. It is clear? So, you have to verify the corresponding parts, whether they are corresponding or not. It is clear? So, this is the question number 3. Now, you can see question number 4. Question number 4. In the adjoining figure, you see here, and you will mark the elements which are given equal. The elements which are given equal, you can mark them by the same lines. In the adjoining figure, AB equals to AC. You mark in the diagram AB equals to AC. It is marked. P and Q are the points on BA and CA. P is the point on BA and Q is the point on CA. Such that AP equals to AQ, means this equals to this. You have to prove triangle APC congruent to triangle AQB. So see here, if you see this diagram carefully, you will find that these two are the vertical opposite angles. When two lines intersect each other, then angles which are formed opposite to the point of intersection, they are vertical opposite angle. This angle will be equal to this angle. It's clear? And this angle will be equal to this angle. These angles are the vertical opposite angle. It's clear? So the angles which are formed opposite to the point of intersection when two lines intersect, then those angles are called the vertical opposite angle, and vertical opposite angles are equal to each other. This will be equal to this, this will be equal to this. Here you have to prove triangle APC congruent to triangle AQB. APC is this and AQB is this. So it is very clear from the diagram. You can see here AC is equal to AB. It is given. It's clear. AP is equal to AQ, that is also equal, and this angle is equal to this angle, vertical opposite angle. So in triangle APC and triangle AQB, AC equals to AB, AP equals to AQ, angle PAC is equal to angle QAB, vertical opposite angle. In short, we write like this. Therefore, triangle APC will be congruent to triangle AQB. It's clear? Now, when they are congruent, then you see here, you have to prove CP equals to BQ. So, you can see here what is CP. CP is the third side of this triangle APC and BQ is the third side of this triangle. So, they will be equal by CPCTC. Then ACP, you find out where is the ACP. ACP is this angle. This is the angle ACP. It is included by this and dot. This is represented by dot. Here in the other triangle, this side is here and dot is here. So, what is the angle? Angle is this. So, this will be equal to this angle. Therefore, angle ACP equals to angle ABQ by CPCTC. It is clear? So, this is the question number 4. Perhaps it will be clear to you. This we have proved by which congruency? By side angle side rule of congruency, axiom of congruency. Now, see the question number 5. So, question number 5 you can see. In the adjoining figure, here diagram is drawn already. AD equals to BC. AD equals to BC. The sides which are given equal, you represent them by the same symbol. So, AD is equal to BC. Then BD equals to AC means this side is given equal to this side. You have to prove angle ADB equal to BCA. First you find out where is angle ADB. Angle ADB is this. And here angle BCA is this. It's clear? Then DAB is this. And here CBA, it is this. This is the CBA. So, now which triangle you will take to prove congruent? Which triangle you will take to prove congruent? So, you see here, these two triangles are coming in which triangle? In triangle ABD. In triangle ABD they are coming. And these two triangles, these two angles are coming in which triangle? In triangle ABC. It's clear? These two are coming in triangle ABD and these two are in triangle ABC. So, in triangle ADB and triangle ABC. If you see here in triangle ADB, AD is equal to, here I have drawn separately. These two triangles I have taken out and drawn separately here. The triangles which you have to prove congruent are triangle ADB and triangle ABC. AD equals to BC given, BD equals to AC given, AB equals to AB, it is common in both the triangles. It is common in both the triangles. Therefore, what will happen? Both the triangles will be congruent by SSS axiom. And when they are congruent, so you can see here, this and this will be equal. Why they will be equal? Because it is included by this first and second. Here first and second is included by, including to this angle. So, angle ADB is equal to angle BCA. Then, first and third, here first and third are including to angle DAB. It's clear? And here first and third are including to angle CBA. So, they will be equal, both will be equal by CPCTC. It's clear? I hope that it will be clear to you. You have understood this. Now, see the next question. What is the next question here? And when that triangles are overlapping, then you draw them separately. Then it will be clear, it will be very easily you can locate the corresponding parts. Now in the adjoining figure, ABCD is a quadrilateral. You can see here it is a quadrilateral. AD is given equal to BC. And angle DAB is this, DAB means this whole angle is equal to CBA equals to this whole angle. You have to prove both the triangles congruent, triangle ABD and triangle BAC. So I have drawn separately here, triangle ABD, triangle ABD drawn here. It's clear? ABD. It's clear? It is consisting AD and this angle, AD and this angle. Then triangle BAC, that I have drawn here, BAC. It's clear? It is consisting what? BC and this angle. It's clear? Now if you see here in both the triangles, what are the things which are given equal? This equals to this given. This angle is equal to this angle is given. Now where is the third side? So third side you can take AB, because you can see here AB is in this triangle as well as in this triangle. It is in both the triangles. It is in both the triangles. It is clear? So that I have represented by this. So both the triangles will be congruent by which congruency? SAS. SAS. It is clear? Here angle is included by pair of equal sides. Angle is included by pair of equal sides. Therefore, triangle ABDB is congruent to triangle BAC. It's clear? Now, what is the, you have to prove BD equals to AC. So, you can see here BD the third side of this triangle. So, it will be equal to the third side here. So, BD will be equal to AC. They will be corresponding parts. Therefore, by CPCTC, they will be equal. It is clear that you can show by dot. Then ABD, it is included by this side and dot. It's clear? ABD is this. Where is this side here? It is this, and dot is here, including which angle? These two sides are including which angle? So they are including to this angle, angle BAC. So ABD equals to BAC by CPCTC. It's clear? Then question number 7 I have left for you. That question is very simple, and here hint is also given, but I am doing that question also. You see here. Question number 7, you can see here. How will you prove the question number 7? It's clear? In the adjoining figure, AB equals to DC and AB parallel to DC. This is given. These two things are given. AB equals to DC, AB parallel to DC. You have to prove AD equals to BC. It's clear? How will you prove? So you can see here, since AB is parallel to DC and BD is transversal, therefore, this angle will be equal to this angle. Why? Because these are the pair of alternate angles. These are the pair of alternate angles. It's clear? Now you have to prove AD equals to BC. So you will take which two triangles? You will take triangle BAD and triangle BCD. Triangle ABD and triangle BDC. These two triangles we will prove congruent. And how will you prove congruent? First you decide how will you prove congruent, then you can write. It's clear? So before solving the questions of the congruency, first you think that how will you do it. It's clear? After deciding that this will be equal to this equals to this, and by this axiom you can prove congruent, then you will start writing. So see here, this equals to this given, BD is common in both the triangles, and this angle is equal to this angle, It is pair of alternate angles. So you write down now in triangle ABD and triangle BDC, AB equals to DC. Angle ABD equals to angle CDB. This equals to this by alternate angles, and BD equals to BD common. Therefore, both the triangles will be congruent by SAS congruency. Congruent, therefore, AD equals to BC, CP, CT, C. It is clear? By third side will be here, third side is AD, here third side is BC. So, by CP, CT, C, they are congruent. It is clear? So, all of you remember one thing, in triangles, how will you prove the congruency? So, first you think about the question and you think about the steps that how will you prove the congruency. You identify the pair of equal parts and then determine by which congruency you can prove them congruent. So, by doing that, then you will start writing. It's clear? Otherwise, you cannot write. So, first you identify the equal parts and then by which congruency they can be proved equal. Sometimes few parts are not given equal because they may be common in both the triangles. They may be common in both the triangles. So, about that also you have to think. Now, you see the question number 8. Here the diagram of question number 8 is little difficult. You can see here. I have drawn it, and where the triangles are overlapping, it is better to redraw them separately. Here you can see in the adjoining figure AC equals to AE. AC is given equal to AE. And AB is given equal to AD. You have to prove BC equals to DE. BC equals to DE, that you have to prove. So, since you have to prove BC equals to DE, so what will you do? First you join DE. You will join DE. It's clear? Now, here you think which two triangles you will take to prove congruent. Which two triangles you will take to prove congruent. So, see here, you find out here you have to prove BC and DE. So, you will take this one triangle ABC and other triangle ADE. It's clear? One triangle ABC and other triangle ADE. Why you have taken this? It's clear? Why you have taken triangle ADE? It's clear? Why you have not taken triangle DCE? Because DE is coming in that also. So, how will you think? Since you have to prove BC equals to DE equal congruent, you have to prove BC equals to DE. So, the triangles which you take must contain BC and DE. Then, pair of equal parts you see. Here, this triangle ABC is containing first and second. Triangle ADE is also containing first and second. It's clear? So, this way you will do. It's clear? Now, see here. Here, one more thing is given in both. This angle is given equal to this angle, because in both the triangles only sides are given equal. So, you add this much part in both the triangles. This much part in both the triangles. Angle DAC you add with this as well as this. So, when you will add with this, it will become equal to this, and when you will add with this, it will become equal to this. Means what will happen? Angle BAC and angle DAE will become equal. You can see here, angle BAC and angle DAE will become equal. It's clear? So, see here, we have written on adding angle DAC in both the sides, angle DAC in both the sides. What will happen? angle BAC equals to angle DAE. That we have done. Now you write down the triangle whom to which you will prove congruent. You will write those triangles to which you will prove congruent. So triangle ABC and triangle ADE. You see here, AB is given equal to AD, AB is given equal to AD. It's clear? Then AC is equal to AE, AC is equal to AE. Then you have proved angle BAC equals to angle DAE. This is equals to this. So by which congruency they are congruent? So they are congruent by SAS. SAS congruency, they are congruent. Means triangle BAC is congruent to triangle DAE. Or you have written this. And when they are congruent, then BC is what? BC is the third side of this. D is what? Third side of this triangle. So BC will be equal to D. It's clear? So in this video, I am doing only up to the question number 8. In the next lecture, we will take the remaining questions of this exercise. So I hope that this will be clear to you.